This is an FC Marabou Leech. FC stands for Feathercraft, which is Ed Story's company. And of course, he is no longer with us, but his son continues to run that fly shop out of St. Louis, Missouri. I am tying this on a number 10 hook, which is his recommended size. He does recommend black thread. I'm using olive because I'm going to use olive for the body of this leech. You can tie it in any color combination you want. I'm going to use yellow marabou for the tail. I've pinched off the ends of the fibers for the tail to make it so that it's not too even at the end, and then just tie that in with a few tight wraps back here above the barb, or where the barb was. And then to get rid of the waste here, I'm going to just twist it and then that'll give me a nice clean cutoff point. The tail is shank length or a little bit shorter. I'll wrap up over that cut end there, lay it down. Not that it really matters because I'm going to be wrapping the body up over that anyway. For the body, I am using this marabou feather. You need to have a feather that has a thin, fine center stem or quill because it is going to get wrapped around the hook shank, and we call that palmering. I have nipped out the tip of this feather, if I can find it now. And then clipped off the tip, so all I have is that little end, and I'm going to tie that end in. So I am tying it in by the tip of the feather. Bring my thread out behind the hook, and then I'm going to palmer or wrap the body with this marabou. And as I do that, I'm going to be pulling back on all of this fluff so that it leans back towards the hook bend. Let me take a second here and put my hackle pliers on this. It's going to be a little bit easier to hang on to. Pull back and wrap. And just wrap that up the body. It does become the body of this leech, and then I'll have to just, it gets kind of tangled up and messed up here, but it's pretty easy to pull all these fibers out at the end here. Get them all pointing back towards the hook bend. And it does kind of look like a mess in the process, but it'll all come out nice in the end. And I'm obviously have a feather that is longer than I need for this hook shank. So we'll take care of that when we get up here to the front behind the eye. I just want to have enough space up here to catch in the stem as well as wrap a small head. Do one more wrap here. And I'm going to separate out the fibers here so that the fibers that are on the base of the stem here will get cut out. I want to wrap in over those. So catch that in. Do a few catch and wraps here, and then I can let go of the hackle plier and then get this all cleaned out here. And just preen it all back and pull it all back and try not to get my thumb caught on the hook. There we go. Comb would also work probably. And I want to just grab everything up here in front and pull it back. And then I'm going to wrap up over that stem as I begin to wrap the head. Try to build up a nice taper here up over that stem. And I can pick that stem up. And when I clip it out, it'll take all of the fibers still on it with it, maybe. Okay. And as I preen back, it's going to pull out any loose fibers. And I'll go ahead and whip finish that. And then I'm going to put some penetrating head cement on it. I do use a diluted Goop, and I will put instructions for how to do that in the description. The FC Marabou Leech from Ed Story's Missouri Trout Flies, How to Tie and Fish Them.